Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morale Booster with John Ughulu. And today I have two very interesting, very talented couple. I've been seeing them for a while and they've been doing a very wonderful job. I know what they have to say today will be able to educate those of you listening about financial literacy. And they are Kishia and Michael Lindo. So Kishia and Michael, thank you for joining me on the show. First of all, I want to say thank you for your service and thank you for your courage.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We're so excited to have had the opportunity to serve the country.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. It's because of people like you that those of us from a different part of the world have been able to come into the United States, integrate into the system, and feel the love in the system. We really do appreciate you guys for your service.
That's great. Thank you.
All right. So, Kishia and Michael, my listeners will be so eager to hear from you. You know, when it has to do with financial literacy, everybody's on the up and up. All ears are wide open. Yeah. So, can you please tell us what you do and how what you do can affect or impact the lives of families out here?
That's great. Thanks. And thanks again, John. Mike and I are so happy to be on your program today. We've watched you. We've seen all the amazing people you have on this platform and how you expose so many people to so many diverse topics. So that just is an applaud to you and what you're doing for this community, right? So a little bit about us, me and Michael. So Michael has just retired out of the military. He did 27 years in the Coast Guard as an engineer. 27 years, guys. That's almost as old as I am. Right? So and wow. I did 18 years. Coming up on 18 years, I transitioned from active duty to the reserve. So I'm almost going to be able to retire like he did in a couple years. And we've been very blessed, guys. We've been very fortunate. Serving in the military, as officers in the military, we do extremely well financially, especially two officers in one household. Yeah. So the two of us combined made over $250,000 a year serving this country. So when I left active duty, our income was reduced to half of that. Mm-hmm. Right? And then when we were planning for my husband to retire, when you do a certain amount of years, you get 50% up onward. So right. We knew our income again was going to be reduced in half. Mm-hmm. So within a matter of 12 to 18 months, we were transitioning to $250,000 down to, $50,000, $75,000. Yet our lifestyle was still the same. Our children are growing up and, participating in different events and activities. And just because we retired, we didn't want our lifestyle to decrease. People retire and they feel like they have to downsize or they have to give certain things up. We looked at it as we're just transitioning to a new phase of our life. Yep. Okay. So when we were planning for retirement, we manifested many things. Mm-hmm. And guys, manifestation is so real. Yes, it is. If you do not have a vision board, you need to have a vision board. If you do not have a planner, you need to have a planner. These are things that I continuously teach and coach my team every day. These things are so important. So about 2 years ago, I was able to work from home on my last couple of years of active duty. And John, I was exposed to a whole new world. Okay, my husband would go to work every day, and the luxury of teleworking or working from home is beyond measures because you have the ability to go to the supermarket in the middle of the day, right? Groceries are fresh. You have the ability to go to the hair salon and nail salon and not have to wait. Yes. I mean, when you see people out in the street from 9 to 1, it's a different community. Right. They're not stressed. There's no traffic. I mean, it's a whole new world. And the most important thing that happened is that my kids were just starting school, So I was able to volunteer to be a class parent. I was able to go on a field trip. When my kids were sick, I could pick them up from school within 5 minutes. Had I been working in a structured, regular environment, I would have had a 45-minute hour commute. Right. So, that's true. Yeah, so when that thing happened to me and I knew I was going to be transitioning off of active duty, I told my husband, I said, look, we've decided to retire to Atlanta. I didn't want to have a job. And it wasn't that I didn't want to go to, I wouldn't want to work. I just didn't want to go to a typical 9 to 5. I had been exposed to this new world. I was available to my kids. I just didn't want to do that. So when I didn't know how that was going to happen for us. My husband was very set on retiring and getting another job. Most military members, when they transition, they go into a government job or they become a government contractor. I mean, that's what we were conditioned to do. That's what we knew we were going to happen for us. And he had a really good friend who pretty much guaranteed him a job, a 6-figure income job. I mean, so we were already ready for this transition. Right. And a couple of things happened that stumbled us and made us get into this Forex market. So 2018, just shy of 6 or 7 months before he retired, the government shut down. And we worked for the Department of Homeland Security, and that was one of the agencies where people were not getting paid. So remember I told you we were working off one income, right?
Yeah.
So not to get paid for 30 days.
No, it was 45 days.
Well, you know,
I can imagine. You know.
Can imagine, right? And that was deadlock. That was in the middle of us putting a contract in on our home,
right?
Just planning for this transition and not to get paid. And the things he would tell us, like, they don't know when the government's going to reopen. You know, they still had to go to work, so he still had to put gas in his car. Like, it was a plethora of everyday life that was still going on without the means to support it. Right. And it was that point that I realized that we got to take control of our finances, because
which is key. I know it's getting interesting now. People are waiting for that key that made you stay at home, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But so now I was like, look, so the government is supposed to be the one agency you work for that you're supposed to get your paycheck. We're guaranteed to get paid. So not to get paid for over a month is scary, right? So now we're planning for retirement. His retirement income is going to be a major portion of the income we have in retirement life. And that was no longer a guarantee. So I met a woman, a great friend of mine, a mentor to this day, who exposed me to trading. And I said, what is trading? I have no idea. And I kind of just blew her off. I was like, whatever, you know, we're fine. Right. And a few months later, the government shuts down, and I call her back and I said, okay, what is this trading thing about? I need to learn about it, right? So sometimes it's something to happen for us to realize what we've been asking for was given to us, okay? A lot of times people ask for things, I want a new job, I want something, and then someone offers it to them, say, oh, that's not for me, or I'm not qualified, or that's not interesting. But that's what you've been asking for. So because we don't hit the lotto, we think that it's not for us. So again, she told me about trading, so I called her back, John, and my husband didn't come with me, but I went to a meeting, and it was a room full of people excited about making money. They had charts up, they were talking this whole different language I knew nothing about. Yeah. There was a room full of people excited about money, and I said, this is what I want to do. And not knowing much about it, and again, I have an undergrad degree in business. I have 2 masters, and I did government finance for 17 years, and I knew nothing about the foreign exchange market, okay? Yep. It's unfortunate that we all participate in the foreign exchange market, but we're not benefiting from it.
Right, it's a good thing you say initially it was kind of, you know, strange. You didn't understand what was going on, because that's always the case when people attend some of these networking events you guys put together. You know, it's a good thing you, with so much experience in finance, initially didn't understand. So which means those people who do not even have a finance background should also expect such a thing initially.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So
exactly. I commend people when I meet them and they say they know a little bit about it. I'm like, well, you guys are ahead of me. Because here I am balancing the books for the government, working on that, and I knew nothing about the foreign exchange market. Right. So I always tell people, do not be afraid of it. When people come out to our events, I already commend them, because the first step is being open to receive new information.
That's true.
A lot of times we are just turned off. If we don't know it, we feel like it's a scam or it's not for us. Right. But you don't know what you don't know, right? So you have to be open to learn and be exposed to new things. And that's what happened for us.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I really like that. You know, thank you for that, because I also, I've been subject to such fears, you know, when I attend events like that, and I see all those charts. I feel, look, how can I add that to my portfolio right now? I like that. Okay, so for how long have you been in the forex trading sector?
Well, we've been trading now almost a year. Almost a year. It was, like I said, go ahead.
Yeah, so what happened was when she went to the event, it was a Saturday around March. Was it March?
It was around March, late March.
So she went. She
2019.
2019. She said she went to the event. So I was at home with the kids. So she came back and I saw the look on her face, and she was like, "Hey, this opportunity is so amazing."
Yeah.
And I knew that we were manifesting this. And after serving 7,542 days on active duty, when she came and told me this, I didn't even have to go to the event, because I'm a believer in a leap of faith. And I told her, I said, we're doing this. We're taking a leap of faith, and as the man of the household, my wife came to me with something, and we took a leap of faith. So now, next month will be 12 months since we've been participating in this, trading full time.
Wow. Okay, that's a good one. So now let's talk about the work-life blend. Because that is key. A lot of people, we have a lot of single parents, we have a lot of parents, husband and wife, who are looking for ways to spend more time with their kids, doing things that would help them relax. So how can this come into play? Because I've heard from time that if you're in forex, you need to spend like every second monitoring it. So how can that, if I need to spend every second doing trading, how would I have time for other things?
So that goes back to information and misinformation. There are different people that do different things. So on our platform, we only recommend an hour a day. If you can commit an hour a day, this can be an additional stream of income and potentially replace your income. Okay. So for us, we're very blessed, we're very fortunate, and I do not take that for granted. So we do this full time. So we have a schedule. We are very lucky. We have a team of over 500 people that we lead in trading in the markets 3 times a day. So what does that mean? That 3 times a day, 4 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are on a Zoom call just like this with our team members around the world because we are global and we are finding money in the market as a team. We are helping these people learn this new skill. So 3 times a day, no matter what your schedule is, you can commit 1 hour a day.
Right, which is not bad.
It's a sacrifice. So for me, money, listen guys, a quick nugget, money moves the fastest when we're sleeping. When we wake up in the morning and we see news, that's because decisions were made when we were sleeping. So people say very hard to wake up at 4 a.m. and I tell them, okay, is it worth the sacrifice? If you have your vision, where do you want to be 6 months from now? I'm willing to sacrifice a little sleep to have my bank account have an extra few zeros in it, right? So it just depends on your schedule, whether you're a single mom. I have single moms. Single moms really do the 4 a.m. They wake up in the morning because their kids are still sleeping.
Yes.
And they're willing to risk those few extra hours of sleep to change whatever it is they're looking forward to change, okay? So I tell people all the time, there's always time in a day. And we like to listen to the Eric Toms and all these other people. Everyone has 24 hours in a day. And there are people who are skyrocketing. So we have the same amount of time in the day too. We just have to adjust our schedule and our mindset to make time to learn this new skill. It's very learnable, very doable.
And then to break it down to like what your question said, so it's 2 of us in the household. So like she said, she will get up for the 4 a.m. session and do the 4 a.m. session. So then I'll wake up at 6:15 because I get the kids ready for school. And that's what we're talking about, the work-life balance. So since it's 2 of us, then we have that 8 by 7:30, I have the kids at the bus stop. And now we're up, then we come back and we plan for the 8:30 in the morning session, the New York session. And then after that, we have the rest of our day. We go to the gym. Like she said, we go to the supermarket. And the supermarket is so colorful at 9 and 10 in the morning. I mean, it is very colorful when you look at the fruit and vegetable section. So.
And again, I know that our story is definitely a luxury because we don't have to go to a 9 to 5. So we are no way like passive to people who have to go to work, right? We make it so easily accessible to people that if they truly want to make change, if they truly want to change their financial future, if they truly want to learn this new skill that no one can take from them, you know, something they're going to have for life, they can make the sacrifice and find an hour a day to
Right. Oh, okay, that makes a whole lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks for that. So during the course of your career, you know, during the course of your whole trading experience, have you mentored people? Have you mentored anyone? Have you coached anybody regarding this?
We coach over 200 people a day with the call. We trade 200 people a day. And when we have events, we just had an event, a big event in Atlanta, and a lot of people from out of the city came and out of the country. And it feels so good because you hear their voices over the Zoom or over the phone. So it feels so good for people to come in a room and just thank my husband for, oh, Mike, you're so great. Thank you so much. You taught me so much. Or even for me. I mean, that's really rewarding because when you mentor people, remember, we don't get a cut of anyone's money. We don't trade anyone's money for them. It's no financial benefit for us. And I think maybe it's the service in us that we enjoy to give back, that just to see people winning and see that we're helping changing their futures and for their children, that's rewarding for us. So on a daily basis, we are touching the lives of over 200 families a day.
That's a good one. And I really do encourage you to keep it up. You know, that's the same thing I'm doing. The main thing is making people happy, inspiring change in the world, doing your own part to make sure people are happy, people get the information they want, and so much blessings come with that.
Yes.
Really good. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Okay, so so far, what challenges have you encountered during, you know, what are the possible challenges one can encounter during Forex trading?
You want to take it?
You started.
Okay, so it's not a get rich quick. Okay,
I like that.
My husband just broke down how many days you've been working for the Coast Guard.
7,542 days.
So he's worked 27 years, which is over 7,000 days he gave to the government. Wow. Some people work 5 years in a job, 10 years in a job. So they give someone else all this time, all these days, all these years, and they're content. And then they come over to learn a new skill and they get frustrated when they don't make money in 30 days. So we have to constantly remind people that you're on these jobs for 10 years, 20 years, 5 years, and you're okay going through traffic, sitting in traffic, going to a boss you don't like. And here you have to reset your mind. You have to learn a new skill because this is not something that they teach us in school, right? So you have to be patient with yourself and realize, John, what we do, we teach people how to take a penny into $1, and $1 into $10, and $10 into hundreds, and hundreds into thousands. Okay, so it's a daily growth. So I guess the challenge is to manage people's expectations that this is not an overnight. You got to commit.
And to give that an example, like we said, we started in March of 2019. We became profitable in July of 2018. Reason being is because I had to learn a new skill set. You know, like you know, and I knew that when you look at other people in this industry and they're successful, with my mindset, I knew that we were going to be successful. So the number one thing I had to do was I changed my mindset and I educated myself on this new platform, this new process. And then July 2019 came and we started to become more and more profitable from then on there. And you learn from your mistakes, you know. So, and that's when people ask me my story, and that's one of the questions that they ask me. Oh, so when did you become profitable? And I tell them I joined in March 2019, and then I started to become profitable in July of 2019.
Right. So which you know, in every case it might be different, you know. So basically, what the key thing is one should be able to unlearn to relearn. That's first. You should be able to seek proper mentorship.
Exactly.
Do not get in thinking it's a get rich quick scheme. Yeah, it could take one person 3 months to become profitable. It could take someone else 1 year. It could take someone else 2 years, 3 years. Just you're saying coming with an open mind.
Yes, and with the luxury that we have, being prior military and retired, when you're out in the field, everything has to be simplified because you do not have time for a complex evolution. So what happened was once I went through the education process, I know how to regurgitate it and break it down into layman's terms so that everyday person can understand it. That's why our team is so successful, because I get the information, I regurgitate it into a language that I know they will understand. Because we have people, like you said, we have people, they are becoming more and more successful faster and faster and faster because of this process that we have as a team. So
we just had a testimony on Friday, and we had a gentleman 7 days in, and he's like, I'm so grateful for this team because he's profitable 7 days, right?
Wow.
And we always tell people, like, what's your why? Why do you want to do this? Like, your why has to make you cry, right? So if you want to change your financial IQ, you want to learn this new skill, some people may go harder faster because they don't have money, or that they want to leave their job quicker. So they may, instead of 1 hour a day, they may commit 5 hours a day, you know? So people's why reason, the reason that drives them may be a little, you know, more determined than other people. So it's all based upon the people.
That's true. That's a good one. Thank you for that. So I guess you're interested in having as many people as possible, right? To come into Forex trading through you guys. So do you have a telephone number where you would want people to call? Definitely your information is on the screen right now, but do you have a private telephone number or a business telephone number you would like to say on the screen on the program right now?
Yes, so they can reach me. We have a website. It's www.joinmyforex.academy. That's FOREX Academy. And I'm sure we'll put that down below in the link. And they can follow my husband and I on Instagram. My Instagram is Kishia's World, KISHIAWORLD.
And my Instagram is Lindo, LINDO 43.
So, and again, it's about changing lives. Like, I always compare it to LeBron James. He works extra hard. His team may not work as hard as him, but it's a team event, right? We don't want our team to lose. So people say, why do you do these calls 3 times a day? Or why are you guys so engaged? It's because I'm on a team and I want everyone to win. I want to be able to come to programs like this and say, look, we're a team of 500 plus people, and we're growing our account every day by 10%.
Right.
You know, that's a good story to share. I don't want to say we're on this Forex and we're the only ones doing well. That doesn't sound good, right?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
No, right. So that's why we want to tell people we are bringing Main Street to your street. Real quick about the foreign exchange market. Even though, guys, you may not think it's difficult, you're already participating in it. If you have a checking account, you're participating in it, because the banks are trading our money in the foreign exchange market every night when we're sleeping. And then when we wake up, they put our little money back in the account.
And then they want to give us
then they give us a quick interest rate, a return of 0.001%, right? Or they want to charge you a service fee every month. So what we're teaching people is just how to cut the middleman out, how to make money in your pajamas. Last week here in Atlanta, it was raining all week. We were in the house making money on our phones.
That's what's up.
Grow their account by 10% every day. So we're just grateful and blessed to have that opportunity to do that.
So I'm going to tell you about a situation, John. So it was during my retirement up in New York. We were staying at a hotel, and I had my Bitcoin shirt on, and then this gentleman walked up to me, and he said that, oh, you know about the Forex and crypto market? And I was like, yes. And he was a hedge fund manager. So we started, chopping it up. He was saying the language, and I was repeating back to him, and I knew what he was talking about.
Right.
He was so impressed, and he told me, he said, if you dedicated 27 years and you're retired from the military, he said, I know that you will be successful doing this. And I am, and like my wife said, it's a situation where we want to share this opportunity with as many people as possible, because the more and more people that know about this right here, I mean, like we said, I didn't know about it. If I'd known about this a long time ago, and I even said that to her, I was like, man, I did this a long time ago, But the Lord brings you things when
when it's your time.
When
it's your time. Yeah. What's yours will never pass you by. That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah. So for my listeners out there, you are, if you reach out to them, be rest assured that they will be able to guide you, because I've attended some of their events and I know they are dedicated, they're committed to what they do. Feel free to reach out to Kishia and Mike. They are a couple. When a couple decide to work together, you know you can always trust them.
Yeah.
All right. So they do lots of programs. When you follow them on their Instagram, you would see all what they're doing, all what they have lined up. And if you are that person who is so much interested in working from home, give it a try.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, just give it a try. You know, there's no harm in trying.
No.
Just try. If you don't want it, you can back up, but just try. Give it a try. All right. So I really do appreciate you guys for coming. Like I keep telling people, I don't know how to sing. That's why I'm not a rapper or a singer. This is a platform I want to use to inspire change.
Yeah,
So what do you guys think about this platform?
I think it's great. I mean, it's great, John. I mean, it takes like extra courage to put yourself out there, to be criticized and or embraced, because it's both sides to it, right? Even in our business, some people say, oh, that's a scam, that's not for me or whatever. And then other people are like, oh, that's so great, I've been looking for something. So the fact that you are open to exposing yourself and be willing to take both sides of the spectrum just speaks volume to your character and what it is that you're willing to do and what you want to do.
And I'm a believer in sometimes somebody might get the information from somebody else, but you know, sometimes it's the messenger. Sometimes you are the right messenger with the same message, but you're the messenger that they were looking for.
Exactly.
And, you know, this opportunity right here, when my wife told me about it, I was like, oh yeah, I always want to be in front of the camera.
Listen, if anyone has a casting, he's ready for.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. So for the listeners out there, just remember, old ways would not produce new results. So if you're looking for something new and you believe in, you know, Forex, feel free to reach out to them. I can vouch for them.
Yes.
You know, they won't run away with your money. I've been to several events with them. I can vouch for them that they're honest people. You know, they've served our country. So what else do you want? All right. So stop waiting, take action, and take control of your finances. Thank you very much, Mike and Kishia, for joining me on the program. And I look forward to having you on so many other episodes in the future.
Yes, I'm so glad that you got us right here in the beginning as our career transitions on. You can just capture different phases and stages of our life and everything. So I'm just excited you are here doing the beginning stages of us as we continue to grow, because I know we're going to grow.
Yeah, that's sure. It's not disputable. We will grow.
Yes,
we will.
So when you become a billionaire, when I call you, I hope you would respond.
Oh, we will.
Of course. By then you'll be an expert trader yourself, John.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Thank you.